One of the great crises of our times is the lack of charity. People think charity means being nice, being understanding. That's what faggots do. We are not nice and we are not understanding. Charity means to love God and love His creation. To love His creation, fulfilling the purpose for which He made it, which is to give Him glory. To look with our eyes into the sacredness of the divine creation and see what God's work has done. And see anything that is missing from His work. Any absence of His work, such as sin, such as heresy, such as any imperfection. And we want to wipe away that sin, wipe away that heresy, wipe away that imperfection. That's what we want to do. Because we love God. And in loving God, we must love the work that He has done. And so charity must fill our hearts. And in this great work, it is God who called us to this work. We did not ask for this work. But nonetheless, what is thrown upon us, we must do. We must stand for the truth. And we must try to be pleasing to God. But we must have a great confidence and a great desire inside of our hearts that we must carry the faith to souls. And we must recognize that they cannot have life without that faith. And if someone calls from the ends of the earth, we go to the ends of the earth. And if somebody is offended, too bad. Let them be offended. We are not here to please men, but to please God. And God will give the strength, and God will give the victory. We must have faith. We must have a complete faith. We must have confidence. We must have a complete confidence. And God will protect us. And if we fail, it will only be because of our sinfulness, and only because of our foolishness, and only because of our pride. But the truth stands. Charity stands. The faith stands. And if we fall, and we drop the flag of the divine truth, God will let someone else pick it up. But we hope, and we pray for the grace to be able to hold on to that flag of the faith. Hold it on tight until death. Never let go of it. And that we're going to spread the faith. All those that want to participate in this work, there must be a great desire to save souls. And there must be a great desire to hold the whole faith. There must be a great desire to conquer the world for the kingdom of Christ. And there must be a great hatred for sin, and a great hatred for error, and a great hatred for lies, and a great hatred for heresy, and a great hatred for all those things that God hates. St. Thomas Aquinas tells us there can be no love without hate. And if we don't have hate, then we lack love. Who loves health hates sickness. Who loves God hates sin, hates heresy. And so we must beg the grace to acquire the love of God, which is built into it, has built into it the hatred for these wicked things and the desire to conquer them. And the way that we conquer them is by going out to souls who are filled with sin, by the sacrament of baptism, by the 7 sacraments altogether, and we will go and bring the sacraments to souls. That's what we must do. And when the church continues to get worse and worse, it's necessary to have apostles of faith, apostles of the creation that are believe in the sacred and divine work of God. And there must be this 4th vow, like Peter Nolasco had. He was inspired by this 4th vow, the vow to burn himself up for the sake of the captives, the vow to go and sell all he has, to give himself over to become a slave, to become a captured in order that souls might be saved from the Muslims. And we must save souls from the Muslims. We must save souls from the communists. We must save souls from the Judeo-Masonry that is around us. We must save souls from the satanic priests and bishops in the Catholic Church. We must save souls. And so we need grace to do that. And therefore, we must have the rosary. You must build up the ability to somehow do all your responsibilities and somehow fit in those 15 decades. We have to be able to put ourselves in the presence of Christ, that He can slowly fill us with whatever He wants to fill us with. And it is going to be faith and charity and hope. These 3 virtues, these theological virtues, must be the principles of our life. They're the theoretical principles of the Catholic, which we read about in books, write down on tests. It must be the essential principle of our lives. True faith, true hope, and true charity. They must be the principles of our lives. And then God will bless the work. And we recognize that if we stay faithful to our holy truth of faith, God will give the victory. Take on this invisible vow, this unofficial vow of pouring ourselves out for the salvation of souls. The grace to respond to souls whenever they call, wherever they call, and to do whatever it takes to bring them Christ and bring Christ to them. And furthermore, when we meet souls that hate God, when we meet souls that are enemies of God, we want to conquer them. We want to defeat the devil inside of them. We want to bring the true faith to them. We want to bring charity to them. And everywhere we go, we bring Christ. We are ambassadors of Christ. And everywhere we go is any place we can go anywhere, because everywhere is under Christ's dominion. And the enemy has tried to conquer Christ's territory, and we are going to take it back for Christ. We recognize the victory is soon. The victory is very soon, sooner than we think. All that is necessary for us is to remain faithful to the Holy Rosary, the 15 decades, and to remain faithful to the Holy Hour, and to remain faithful to our basic duties of faith, and no matter how weak we are, to stay close to these things, and then ask God to make up for our weaknesses, just like it says in the Gospel, "O Lord, I believe, help my unbelief." And He will do so, and give us the victory over the enemies of God.
Though we have to run to the ends of the earth to spread the kingdom of Christ, we also recognize that we cannot win and we cannot succeed, and that the victory will only come by the hands of Mary.
¡Viva Cristo Rey! ¡Viva!